strong coffee today. I feel like I've been sleeping since pretty much halfway through the chase last night. So just trying to wake up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, Mr. Harsha Bhogle, Mr. Joy Bhattacharjya. Good morning, gentlemen.
At last, the caffeine kicked in.
Caffeine's just kick. It took a lot of caffeine to kick in, by the way. I don't remember in 12 years or 12 seasons a first day being so anticlimactic.
Soporific.
Soporific.
Soporific. Soporific.
What is means?
Puts you to sleep. Falling asleep.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
I'll Google
don't
them.
say you can't learn things over here. Last night he was talking about the Panchtantras. Today he's being so soporific. So, you know, things can be learned over here on Cricbuzz Live. Sir, what new material got for us? Something for us to learn?
No.
You will put at the end with joy factor.
Yes, exactly.
Sir, one small interruption.
Yes, sir.
Soporific means tending to induce drowsiness or sleep. That was last
Which
game.
is exactly
What
what
last game did.
Exactly
Today will not
what
do.
this word and its meaning are doing to me.
So I looked
Won't do
very
today,
carefully
yeah.
at the list of sponsors for the tournament because I said there must be a mattress guy like Sleepwell or somebody out there.
That's right.
Because there can be no other explanation for that first match.
At what 140 runs in 35 overs at the rate of 4 runs per over, slam bang cricket, I tell you. Well, today is going to be a little more slam bang because we've got two games happening today. There's Kolkata who are playing Hyderabad. And of course, the teams that came 2 and 3 last year, so that's Hyderabad who came 2. And then after that, it moves to Mumbai, where it's, as people used to call it back in the day, Delhi Bombay.
And Delhi
Delhi Bombay ho raha hai. Delhi Bombay is happening, yaar. What fun, yaar. What fun. So that's going to happen. We'll, of course, talk about that later. Let's talk about the first game right now because lots of interesting things in this game. One, of course, is that Kolkata has won the toss and they have chosen to bowl. That's not surprising because this is the 25th time in a row that they've done it. So, fair to say, Joy, a bit of a pattern?
That's putting it mildly. But seriously, the moment the toss was done and the Kolkata had won, nobody had any doubt. Bhuvaneshwar knew what he was doing. Because there's no way that Kolkata will do anything other than chase.
Yeah.
And but it's worked for them also. You give them credit, and they have these great opening games. In any case, they do well in the opening. Here, the cards have fallen in their favor. So all round, it's excellent for them.
Yeah, they always start the tournament well. There's some teams who traditionally don't start it well. Yeah, you're just saying that how Joy managed to not say us while talking about Kolkata, right? He didn't. But there you go. They're good starters. They race out of the blocks.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Not only do they race out of the blocks, but our producers love to show them racing out of the blocks as well.
Of course they do. These are
Seven,
all...
but you can't argue the numbers. They start well. But you know, this is a grueling tournament. It's a long tournament, so you need to start off the blocks well. But it doesn't guarantee the fact that you will end well. You still need to end well. It's 14 games.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not playing any spring chickens today, right? They're playing last year's runners-up. Yeah. It's not going to be an easy game.
These are two excellent teams. Yeah. These are two very thoughtful franchises that put a lot of care behind who they're picking.
Yeah.
And you see the people involved with them. They're not these flashy, come look at me types. There's Jacques Kallis. You've got to strain to see Jacques Kallis on the field because he just merges in and lets his numbers talk for him. VVS Lakshman on the other side, he says we don't allow a superstar culture in our team. Yeah. Their team is littered with stars, but there's no superstar culture in there. As I said yesterday, even David Warner's a different player when he comes to Hyderabad than when he's in Australia. It's a big day for him, by the way.
Yeah.
So
big day for him because he comes. Today is exactly 1 year from that incident in South Africa. And that happened, well, actually on the day, which is the 24th of March, a year ago, and he's back today.
Around now, actually.
Around now. Couldn't have timed it better.
Yeah,
and thank God he's wearing orange, not yellow. Okay, I didn't say that.
Yeah. So
there's two likable teams as well. There's two likable teams.
Yeah, it's almost like they are those non-fuss. They're like the friend that you have who will in class who will sometimes help you with the notes, who will just say, "Oh, you missed class today. Let me tell you what you did," and still do well in everything. It's one of those affable. That's a good word. We don't need to Google that. See, I use words you know. They're affable teams, both of them. So you definitely have, and we have one person, of course, who's from Hyderabad. From Hyderabad.
And
played for Hyderabad.
And just lived very close to the stadium.
So you lived up the road. So we
know. Go on cycles over there.
So I know you're very neutral, and you have been for the last 3 decades.
I've lived in Mumbai longer than I've lived in Hyderabad.
You're neutral, but you are
completely
also neutral. Of course.
Completely
Yes.
neutral.
Joy has lived
Except
in Delhi more than he's lived in Kolkata. But when he moved from Kolkata to Delhi, he took all of Kolkata and parked it outside his house in Delhi.
There's a film called The Bong Connection, right?
there's a thing called the bong connection. I think it's
But
about
he's-
the other kind of bong. You know what the other kind of bong is?
That's right. Which is what. That's why I refer to our producer Abhideep as he's the bong with the bong.
He's the bong with the bong.
Because he's going in my ear. Like as soon as I said Bong Connection, he's like, yes, there is, and he's now narrating the screenplay. He's on page 6. You can keep quiet. Dinesh Karthik. Dinesh Karthik has something on his mind as well, right? Would be because he was, his story with Indian cricket, his romance on and off romance with Indian cricket is no secret. You've got the World Cup, you've got the selection coming up. He's sort of fallen out of favor if the last series was anything to go by. What's probably going on in his mind right now?
If what I was told is true, I was told that Dinesh Karthik was told, you are going to be playing Australia, New Zealand, Rishabh Pant is going to be playing at home, we'll take a decision at the end of it all.
Ah, okay.
But the fact that Pant didn't play the first 2 or 3 games against Australia just told me a thing or two, that maybe they're not looking at Pant that seriously.
Okay.
But I don't think the fact that he wasn't picked against Australia is a factor. I think he's playing the best white ball cricket of his life for the last 2 years.
Yeah, he has.
So, but I also think he's in a very settled place in life.
Yeah.
Which is also very important for your success as a cricketer. So it's noticeable that he said yesterday that I cannot think about the World Cup, that the World Cup has to happen, but I've got to go out there and deliver. That's the exact line,
he says
actually.
if I do well, the World Cup will take care of itself for me, which is a great thought to have, Joy, because you can't let that cloud your judgment. You're like, it's not in your hands anymore.
No, also look at this guy's career graph. He is there in 2004. He's the man before Dhoni even came out of there. He's young, really, and he was an itchy player. He couldn't stay still.
Yeah.
And now he's this grizzled veteran. He's sort of evolved.
But he still
from
can't
there.
stay still.
And he still can't stay
He still can't stay still.
But he's stayed to a stage where now he's evolving. I'm a finisher. The Karthik of 10, 12 years back would have said, I'm the starter. I want to go there, start, smash it around. Now he's saying, no, you guys go and start it. I'll be there to shepherd us through in the end. It's a very different personality, and it's fantastic when players have career graphs when they change throughout their careers. It's very, very sad to see a career. Lots of players just get stuck into that one role, and they can't change it. And Karthik has changed gears in his career, and that's wonderful to see.
Kudos to him. Hasn't changed gears about his decision at the toss, because that would still win the toss and choose to bowl, which means Hyderabad is going to be batting first. Now, no Kane Williamson, still injured, that little shoulder injury that he picked up while playing in New Zealand, which means he's going to set up the first match for sure, hopefully just this one. And what happened?
No, you go on. I'm very happy. I've just seen the team, so I'm very happy.
Oh, okay, we're going to show the team as well. Let's share it with people. Harsha's really gone into his phone these days. I was just going, everything is for me.
I'm on the Cricbuzz app.
I like sharing.
I'm on the Cricbuzz app.
Please stick. So you're going to have Bhuvi, who's going to be captaining, the vice captain of the team, so takes over as captain today.
Yeah.
And look at that opening combination.
No Khalil. That's the only thing that hits you.
Yeah, there's no Khalil.
No Khalil Ahmed.
Correct.
But Warner, Bairstow, I'm not even sure they'll bat in that order, because I won't be surprised if Shakib bats at the order he plays for Bangladesh. But he's all right at 5 as well. Pandey, Hooda, Shakib, Vijay Shankar, Yusuf Pathan. I have a feeling that Vijay Shankar will go up higher and they'll probably back
4.
Deepak Hooda down.
Yeah.
Rashid Khan, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So you've got decent batting all the way down to 9.
My God, look
You've
at
got
this team.
You've got end bowlers in Siddharth Kaul and Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Yeah.
You've got a mid-overs wicket taker in Rashid Khan. And you've got Shakib, Vijay Shankar as your 6th bowler. It's
See, last year they were the best bowling team. Today you're thinking, they've got as much variety. Let's just keep that for a second. They've got as much variety in their bowling, let's say like a Chennai perhaps.
Yeah, just as much. And I think if you look at Bhuvaneshwar's record, Chennai has had guys who've stood up. But Bhuvaneshwar and Rashid have been consistently brilliant. Those two guys, I think Bhuvi has been purple cap, 2 of the last 3 years. Yeah. Rashid Khan has had an amazing bowling performance. So you're not just looking at good bowlers, you're looking at the best bowlers in the league. 2 of the best 5 bowlers in the league are playing for them. The other interesting thing I want to see there is, take a look at who plays spin well. So one of the reasons they're playing Shakib today, it's his birthday today, incidentally.
Oh, happy birthday, Shakib.
Is that he plays spin well. Yusuf plays spin well, Shakib plays spin well, and that's why Yusuf, even though otherwise he wouldn't have, maybe dicey out here, they'll play him here today.
Yeah.
Yusuf, Shakib, formerly in
Kolkata, of course.
They know the
Manish
conditions.
Pandey as well.
It doesn't hurt.
It's enough Kolkata.
Siddharth Kaul as well.
Siddharth Kaul was there as well, yes. Wow, there's quite a few then. Yeah. But you could say that, do they know the conditions? But the thing is, do we know the conditions? Does Eden Gardens itself know its conditions? because the conditions have changed over the last few seasons.
Also, no expert out there so far has been proven reliable.
Yeah, and they've not even taken a call. It's all been fairly ambiguous and
This
platitudinal.
this is like, the kind of sort of right now kind of pitch decisions we are getting, the pitch expert commentary we are getting is like the team who will play better will win the match.
Yeah.
Which is like, dude, you need
It
to tell
reminds
me
me of that Shoaib Akhtar statement, right? How do you bowl fast? I just runs fast and bowls fast. Yeah, I love it. Simple. Some of the things I explained so simply.
Yeah. It's got a fabulous opening partnership, though. I like Hyderabad top of the order. I like Kolkata as at the end of the 20 overs with Russell and Karthik. But I like the top for Hyderabad much more.
Well, we're going to show you that 11 as well. But you can also actually choose your 11. Of course, as you know, this is the MPL presents Cricbuzz Live, and you can go and download the MPL app and choose your super team. And if you get it right, and if you play well, you can win and win big. Well, right now to see whether it'll be Hyderabad who will win or Kolkata who will win, we've got to see Kolkata's 11 now, because they didn't have as much choice as Hyderabad. It doesn't matter, you just need 11, and this is a good, solid 11.
No surprises though. I mean, this is a team that had written itself about 7 days back,
Yeah.
barring injury or anything
I'd be
else.
interested in seeing, last year Piyush Chawla was given a specific role. He was told 2, maybe 3 in the power play, so he became a power play bowler. Sunil Narayan came on in the 7th over, and then they had Kuldeep Yadav bowling after the power play. If he can do that role, that's very good, because Prasidh Krishna is still, even though he played last year, still a bit not that much experience. Yeah. Lin Narayan, I'm not sure they'll go in that order. Gautam Gambhir was saying Gill should bat at 3, Uttapa at 4. And I think Nitish Rana's position will depend on what the score is.
Yeah.
If it's already 13, 14, 15 overs, then I see Karthik Russell going ahead of him.
As you were saying so rightly, that's 6 and 7. Obviously 1 to 5 great bats, but when you have that quality and pedigree at 6 and 7, suddenly the team looks so much more balanced and so much almost safer and solid.
I think so too. I think the finishers that Kolkata have is vital. Finishers who know the conditions. More importantly, finishers who know themselves, what they can do and what they can't do. Of course, I don't know what Andre Russell can't do, because anyone who can take a hat-trick in a match and then score a 40-ball century, as he did. And against who? He did it against the Trinbago Knight Riders, which is the sort of sister team of the Kolkata Knight Riders.
Does that hurt as much if they do it against Trinbago as much as if they do it against Kolkata?
Do you like it's a good question. Do you like everyone by association as well? Anybody, like, do you cry when you see the old TV show Knight Rider now on TV? Like, does it?
It's the most camp show I've ever seen in my life. If you
putting
think
in the
about
corner.
it, if you watch it now, you'll cringe. I tried once actually.
I still remember the theme tune. All of you, I know a lot of you are a bit younger than us. You got to see Knight Rider, man. It was the stuff that we grew up. It was an automatic talking car. Now think about it. Back in the mid 80s. That's the coolest thing.
By pushing the date of the show doesn't change your age.
Just trying to explain it. Like, I have to keep changing now. When journalists ask me, when did you start watching cricket? I keep pushing it one tournament. Till soon it's going to be the 2011 World Cup when India won. And that was when I got into cricket. Just keep pushing it. All right, so Hyderabad, of course, is batting first. Well, just one quick look when you look at the Hyderabad team. We're talking about 6 and 7, Dinesh Karthik and Andre Russell for Kolkata. For Hyderabad also, it's not that bad. You see Rashid Khan, we saw him doing what he did in the Big Bash.
His batting has evolved big time over the last 12 months. I think in T20 format, he's ready to bat at 7 if it comes to that.
Yeah.
But just that if he's at 8, he's got 8-10 balls to play, he can give you 15-20 runs.
He did that damage last year as well. For Hyderabad, in Kolkata actually, didn't he? He had a few big ones in Kolkata.
And a lot of these spinners play spin well.
Yeah.
So he's one of the spinners, sort of spinner batsmen who plays well because they have a better idea of what comes out of the hand, and he's one of those guys. And
how would you deal with Yusuf Pathan? Yusuf Pathan's interesting, right? Because you know that if he hits it, he can hit the long ball. Obviously, as Father Time catches up, the ability is not the same as it was, 8-10 years ago. What would you do with him? Would you put him again in that same 10-12 ball situation? Or are you going to swing the ball, man? Don't really think about it too much. You don't have to stroke it. Swing the bat, it's fine. We've got Huda, Rashid on either side of you. Don't worry about it.
I think they give him his head because they know he'll come off once every 4, 5, 6, 7 matches. He comes off maybe twice a season now.
Yeah.
But the day he comes off, he can be a decisive player. Fortunately, they have the batting depth to allow for his inconsistency.
Yeah.
They didn't, a a lot of teams didn't. KKR sometimes couldn't afford to play him. Literally, they always played him because they said, we don't have enough batsmen. Here they're saying, look, we're up there up to 8, give it a go. Yeah. So he has license. They say now some players are allowed, they're given license and say, go do yourself, because trying to control them or telling, Yusuf Pathan to play in a particular way has never worked for him.
So I think it's all good T20 sides are made up of 10 players. So they have an 11th who you don't really matter, doesn't really matter. Whatever he does is a plus.
That's
a
wonderful observation.
And
absolutely.
That is what Yusuf Pathan has been doing for the last 4-5 years.
Yeah.
But the one thing that happens as you grow older is like with, we're betraying our age again, but like the old cars needed a bit of a push start as they got older, needed a little time to warm up. When you're Yusuf Pathan's age, you can't go out and hit the first ball. You need those extra deliveries. So if there's 10 balls left, I'm sending Rashid, not Yusuf. If there's 30 balls left, I'm probably sending Yusuf. But if it's 10 balls left, I'm not sending him anymore.
Man, it's so dynamic. I mean, the T20 format, you've got to... And Joy's been in a dugout with Kolkata for many years. You've got to have... can you have permutations and combinations for every situation that may arise? Or it's got... A lot of them must be on instinct.
No, it is. And so much depends on the captain. Who's taking the calls out here? Whether it's Karthik or somebody, especially when the batting order is going. And you're literally saying, okay, so this is it. Over by over, it changes.
Yep.
Over by over changes. Okay, who's getting out? That also changes because you have left-handed batsman, right-handed batsman. Who's got out? Okay, what the score is looking like? Is the ball reversing? It doesn't often do, but it has been known to reverse even in 20-over matches. Lots of things happen, and that's the thing. And that's why captain and coach right there. That's why a dugout is far better, and you need a dugout for a T20 match. Yeah. You can't be sitting up there.
Yeah, because it's all happening right in front of you.
The other thing is, I think each guy at the start of the season is told his role. So he'll practice that accordingly. They'll practice range hitting or they'll practice things like that. But there's something even more exciting. Now, Hyderabad are batting first, right?
Yes.
Today, who's opening the batting for Hyderabad?
Johnny Bairstow and Warner.
David Warner and Johnny Bairstow. Now, you go back to the Ashes. Who was the biggest sort of character for Australia? Who punched Joe Root? David Warner did. And who headbutted and also Johnny Bairstow. They're going out to open the batting. Guys, keep some space between them.
So do you think instead of the fist bump after hitting a shot, they're going to be like head bumps and chest bumps and shoves and pushes?
The one thing is both are outstanding T20 opening batsmen. Just both go for it.
But just Harsha, you've seen it. You watch so much cricket, you're much like me. The Johnny Bairstow, the batsman, over the last few years, it's just insane that upskilling has just been
in
insane.
In T20 years. In Test cricket, he's sort of been pushed around, sometimes 3, sometimes 5, sometimes 6, sometimes keeping, sometimes not keeping, because England choose to play 3 wicket keepers, and then in the morning in the shower they decide which one's going to keep or whatever. And then they pick Ben Foakes and then they drop him and they pick someone else. So you don't understand the keepers. But Johnny Bairstow, top of the order in T20 cricket with Jason Roy, has been magnificent. Got in because Alex Hales was not available. So Bairstow got in, and since then Hales has just been seeing Bairstow's back.
Correct.
He just can't break into the side.
Yeah,
again.
in fact, when Hales plays, he plays in place of Jason Roy.
Yeah. Or plays at 3.
Yeah.
Plays at 3.
Or plays at 3 if Root or Morgan are not
that
playing.
Position's gone.
Yeah.
So Bairstow and Roy have been a fantastic combination, and Bairstow very often is the one who's setting the pace.
Yeah, and you really, if he starts setting the pace today,
has he kept Rashid? Has he kept Rashid though?
Has he?
He's unlikely. He's keeping today.
He's never kept.
He's unlikely to have kept Rashid. So
but he is a world-class wicket keeper, so I think he should be all right.
He's worked very hard to become a keeper. Yes.
Yeah. So he's going to be. I'm sure he's going to be all right. Besides, anyway, Rashid likes to just get people LBW and clean bowls, so it's not much the wicket keeper has to do.
It doesn't depend on other people.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Rashid Khan is one of the great stories of world cricket. When I spoke to him, I said, "Can I see your hand?"
Yeah.
I said, "I saw Shane Warne's hand."
Yeah.
And Shane Warne's hands were big because there's a great power behind when you're doing that. And he showed me his hand; it's big. And he said, "Afghanistan, you do the mimicry better." We said, "In Afghanistan, where you work very hard as a child, so hands become big and powerful." And he said, "All my older brothers bowl leg spin. Everybody in the family bowls
they all do."
So he said, "I had to bowl quicker than them, otherwise I wouldn't get a chance."
No, I had him on Breakfast with Champions, and there he was saying,
"Come on, do a Rashid."
He was like, मेरे सारे बड़े भाई अभी सब leg spin bowling करते हैं और मेरे nephew भी सब leg spin bowling करते हैं अभी बहुत spinner है हमारे family में पूरा 11 team spinner का बनाएंगे. And he says one of them apparently is not very good, right? So he says his oldest brother or second from the oldest, and he says, I'll let him get me out a few times when I go there. He says, नहीं तो वो क्या है, नहीं तो वो game बंद कर देते हैं, बोलते अभी मत खेलो, चलो चलो.
So, you know, it's fantastic because no one took him seriously early on, thinking he gets wickets against the Irelands and the Scotlands, and who are decent side but don't play wrist spin very well.
Yeah.
The coming of Rashid Khan has been he's been a pioneer. It's been followed by Sandeep Lamichhane, who I hope will be playing later today as well.
Yeah.
And it's showing that talent is not geographically defined.
So well put.
Talent is everywhere. It's where it blooms from and what I mean, Nepal is producing a world-class leg spinner.
And you think that Nepal actually, you've got all of Nepal watching today going, listen, one of our guys could actually make his debut at the Wankhede Stadium today. Yeah. Right? It's
also
amazing.
Just the T20 format has done
He's not played in this tournament. He's not played.
Lamichhane.
I think he played
He
again
played last year.
He played one game.
Oh, he played one game. All right.
After Delhi was out of contention, they played him and he bowled beautifully.
He's bowled well.
And he's bowled beautifully in the Big Bash League.
He bowled well in the Big Bash.
Yeah, where they just kept calling him Sandeep because they couldn't get Lamichhane. It was just a bit too much for them. So they couldn't get that going.
It's not a strength.
Yeah, David Warner, of course, is coming back today after a year. So we were talking about Johnny Bairstow. If he gets going, on the other side, if Warner gets going as well, then you're in trouble. He was doing... I'm just asking, is he coming out to bat left-handed today or right-handed?
He is an extraordinary right-handed batsman, I must assure you. He doesn't look like a lefty batting right-handed. He looks like a proper right-hander.
Yeah.
And what did he do? In one of those games, in the Bangladesh Premier League, the game in which he got injured, he just suddenly decided he's batting right-handed and he went 6-4-4.
Yeah.
No, and that's in 2009 when we first heard of him. And at that time, Buchanan was still around. And New South Wales coach used to be Matthew Mott, who used to also be with the Kolkata franchise. And they said that he's completely ambidextrous. In fact, he took a conscious decision to play international.
So I like that. I don't like this switch hit. I think switch hit is basically a cop-out because you're not letting the bowler know before. Correct. But he's batting right-handed. The bowler knows he's bowling to a right-hander. And he slogged one there, he slogged one there, he just hit 466. But just remember, in the year in which Virat Kohli got those 960 odd runs, David Warner got 800 plus runs as well.
True.
And in those big years of Chris Gayle that we talk about, where they're still searching for the balls in Cubbon Park, he was getting 700 plus.
True.
David Warner got 800 plus. He's a 500 run bank. But you saw those numbers. It's not easy when you're coming back with a weight on your shoulders.
Yeah.
So where is he playing? He's playing for some team in Winnipeg.
Correct.
You know, Winnipeg is somewhere in Canada. They're just turning up. He can't score runs there. So the only time he's really scored a few.
Winnipeg on a map if I had to.
A Canadian can't find Winnipeg on a map. Don't worry about us.
Fair enough.
Yeah, a square Winnie in a round hole. Yeah. No, sorry.
Okay, one sec.
We have to crack one bad joke every day.
That's fine. We allowed it. By the largesse of our heart, we have allowed that. But you're right. He's played in sort of much smaller setups where there's not too much attention on him. Here, the world is watching. Yeah, it's
exactly
that microscope. It's Eden Gardens. It's, one of the homes of cricket.
I wouldn't be surprised if they also give him about 4 overs of spin in the first 6.
Yeah. But Kolkata does that anyway. I mean, you get...
They do that anyway, but even Bairstow, I mean, they'd say that, look, they're all very good hitters of pace. So.
Yeah.
It's a good call. There might be a lot of spin in the first 6 overs.
No, they've got the spinners to do it, have Kolkata, so they're probably going to show them against the Hyderabad openers when we batting first. We just got the joy factor question now, and this one is also one of those Rashid Khan ones.
It's a good one yesterday, by the way.
It goes there.
Dare I say it in his presence, it was a good one yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday was a good one. Let's see today.
Okay. Here goes. Okay, only one player on the ground today. That means he's in the squad, but he's not playing. He's not in the first 11. Was in the playing 11 when a Hyderabad team first played a Kolkata team in this tournament. Who? So there's a guy sitting in the dugout today who was there for the first ever match between Kolkata and Hyderabad in 2008.
Okay, so somebody in the squad can be support staff as well.
No, not support staff.
Not support staff. So somebody in the playing squad.
Playing squad, but he's not in the 11.
Kolkata and Hyderabad.
Yeah.
Right? Played in the first game in 2008 between these two teams.
Only one guy. Only one guy is like that.
Of course, at that time it was called the Deccan Chargers. The Deccan.
Yeah. That time.
It was the Deccan Chargers back then. And of course, Kolkata wore this color back then. And Hyderabad wears this color today. So, who am I supporting? Everybody. Cricket is a real winner, man. But the winner of the guessing game gets to sit on the MPL Super Couch. Now, what is that? That's a couch that I made with my bare hands out of fragments of the red table that were left from last year.
Absolute nonsense. That was the couch that Cricbuzz had to invest in because you ran away with the table.
But I mean, why bring? I'll run away with the couch now.
And
You're
it was
just helping
so
me
brazen.
redecorate.
I know.
It was so brazen.
And you put
I
it
mean,
on social media after that.
I'm sitting next to a guy from Delhi and next to a guy from Gurgaon, so
Yes.
I mean, brazen comes easy.
Yeah.
You
I'm also
just-
from Gurgaon, by the way.
Are you?
Both from Gurgaon.
Okay. And you're so
The
brazen. you
genteel person from Hyderabad better be careful.
You put the picture out saying I'm running away with the red table, so we've got to make good with the what's it called, the
Technical
the
correction.
throne. No.
Small technical correction. I didn't
Flying
run
away.
away with it. I flew away with it.
So what's it
Stop
called?
me if
What's
you
it called? The
can.
throne? No. What's it
The
called?
throne, the FBL Super Couch? It's
Ah,
not a throne.
Super Couch.
It's a bit like a throne. You feel like a king. So what
Okay,
happens is that we're going to play a guessing game. How much is the team batting first going to get? And
I
whoever's
quite-
guess is the closest. And it is a guess because you don't really know the conditions. You don't know who's going to play against who. So it really is a guess.
I quite fancy sitting on
Yesterday, we were very close. We were about 100 runs away. Which in a T20 game, come on, guys. That's like this much margin in a T20 game. 100 runs.
I was
What
the
did you say
closest
they
and I
chased
was
them
80
in?
runs away.
What did you say when they chased them in?
I said 11.
You said 10.
You said 8.
No, I said 13.
You said 8 then. You
See,
scratched
there's a
it,
rule
you
of
said 8.
there's a rule in quizzing.
First
That the
answer.
first answer is always the one that is taken. So I said 13, then I said 8, so I was 13.
There's also a rule in quizzing, which is the quiz master is always final and binding. So I will say that because out of respect, I took your second answer as well. Because आपकी बात मैं टाल नहीं सकता ना sir. So you said 8, they got it in like 17.4. So we're really good at this game. Your guess for today?
I think those two guys are going to
45?
smash it. No, I'm actually going to go 182.
182. Wow. Big call.
171.
171. Big call. Splice it.
I think you're going 150.
I'm going
See, if you
one.
have to win it, you have to go under. You can't win it with over.
I can. Why not?
You will have to say 200 or something.
I'll say 187.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Okay, you're 187.
I'm 187.
You can't win.
I just also want to tell you that you will always have a situation where the person taking the third guess has the best chance of winning. So we should rotate that around.
Okay, so there'll be some data crunching.
What is the best
some
chance of
numbers,
winning? Anything up to 175, I win.
No, correct. That's what I'm saying.
No, there's a 10 run.
No,
Your
but-
guess has to be within 10 runs on either side.
Is
No,
it?
10 runs.
So 159, I don't win.
No. You don't get to say, you can, if
But I
you
want to sit on
say
it.
I've won, like,
But
you
I'm
know,
closest,
the kids,
I want to sit on
like
it.
today kids
So
get
just yesterday I was closest. I got
yeah, you don't get to
150.
sit on the
I was just
couch. We can say, oh yeah, you won, but you don't get to sit on the couch. You only get to sit on the couch with a 10-run swing on your guess. What's your guess? Tell us. Hashtag Cricbuzz Live on Twitter. That's where you'll give us your joy factor answers as well. It's time for us to go now. We're going to, of course, come back at the end of the 10th over I'm saying we loosely, they will come back at the end of the 10th over with the Cricbuzz Combox. And, of course, we will see you in the mid-innings break on MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. That's all we have time for right now. Thank you for watching. Bye.